Hello everybody. Today we're going to be looking into the Harkles puff pieces because there seems to have been a lot of puff pieces this last few days. Not only have we had Meghan ingratiating herself with Afghanistan and people moving into the US charity, we've also had news that Harry is going to also ingratiate himself with Scotty's little soldiers, and there's been a lot of things. We've had stuff about Meghan and Harry making Christmas traditions with the Cabbage Patch dolls. I don't know if I'm just being miserable, but it seems a little bit try-hard to me. Let's see what the cards have to say about it. That's what we're doing today. We are looking into the current puff piece situation with Harry and Meghan, and see what is occurring. And we'll see what comes out in the cards. We'll see what the cards have to say as always, and then kind of direct it from that kind of way in. So it's just a kind of what are they up to read. With all these puff pieces, it kind of feels like something's going on, doesn't it? It feels like there's something coming. Something bigger coming. Now the polo thing came out. Oh, have you seen that? There's some accounts on X that have done you can see the dislike ratio on YouTube videos if you've got an extra installation on your web page, if you use a web page to watch YouTube. And yeah, they've got like 10,000 dislikes and 800 upvotes. That's a lot, you know? That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. So people are still disliking it, even though people can't genuinely see on the front end of YouTube that they dislike it, you know? Wild. Anyway, if you're new here, I work in layers. So I'm going to do the first layer for Meggy Poo, Megalodon, Megatron, and then I'm going to do the second layer for Harry and see where the puff pieces are, where they are at, what they are doing, what is occurring to them. And then we'll take it from there. If we need to use any oracle cards or ask any more questions, that's what we'll do. So, Meghan, how are you going with the puff pieces, girl? Oh, she wants in on something. The Five of Pentacles is in reverse. Now, listen, she's feeling a little bit sorry for herself with something. She wants back in. She is wanting some glory, some adoration. She wants back through the door. Now, I think this isn't the royals. I think this is Hollyweird, to be honest with you. This is definitely Hollyweird. This is really Hollyweird. You know, she wants in. She feels iced out. She feels like she's not part of anything. Now, Meghan, her energy, she likes being included in everything. The problem is that she thinks she should join all the exclusive clubs, but once she's got her foot in the door, she thinks she should run those exclusive clubs. That's what's been coming out in the cards for years now. She's overstepped a mark this last year with some of her Hollywood friends. Think of the microphone at Kevin Costner's party. And that Five of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. The Four of Pentacles is crossing over. Is it again with the Pentacles as well? This is all about physical things you own, your wealth, your stuff, your status on the earth plane, if you will. Money coming in, financial stuff coming in, going out is an issue for them, a big issue for them. Being able to control what is coming in and coming out as well. With the Four of Pentacles, it's an interesting card because she needs money to stay relevant. Everybody needs money. You need an income. Everyone does. Because she holds on to the money so tight and tries to control it so tightly, it strangles off the money flow. And that's what she has with the Four of Pentacles there. What's above the situation? We have the Devil. This is control. She is really controlled. She really wants to control and get her image back. She will do damned everything to try and get to where she used to be, in her mind, back. The height of public sympathy for them was before the Oprah 2021 interview. As soon as people really started getting to know them and people started to understand them and people started listening to what they had to say and how they talked about people and how they talked about their experiences, people went off them, which is not a surprise. Not me. I mean, we've been here since 2018, 2019. We know, we knew, we got it, we understand it. But a lot of people were woken up by that interview. And this devil here, she's really wanting to control the narrative to get herself back into that public thing. The problem is once you've lost trust, once you've lost your likability, it's very difficult to get back. It's almost impossible. Just ask any of the stars that have fell from grace. Look at Amber Turd. Look at, I think Amber Turd's a very, very good one. Russell Brand. I mean, he's fallen out with the lamestream media, but he's going for strength in different areas. But he'll never have his own talk show again on mainstream media. He just has it on something completely different now. Megxie doesn't get that. Megxie can't go across platform because Megxie wants to do the least energy, do the least work. And that devil above her, that really colours all of the cards. And here we have as well, she is prepared with the Seven of Wands in reverse. She kind of looks like the Seven of Dildos, but the Seven of Wands in reverse there. She is ready to hold her position. She thinks she's got a strong position and she's ready to be defensive and combative as she wants to be here. Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is she hasn't learned anything from her exploits and failures. She isn't a master at anything. So she's not a brilliant actress. She's probably not a great jam maker. She's not a face of any of the fashion houses. She wasn't a great suitcase girl. If you listen, is it Howie Mandel? The Tig was not as good as she liked to make out as well. No, but like she was in suits, and like if you listen to her in the interviews, you would think she was the prime person in suits, but she just wasn't. So she hasn't learned, and she doesn't do the work, and this is why she's not having the success, because the energy as I get is she really thought that marrying Prince Harry, she would never have to work again, and everyone would do everything for her. Very, very Princess and the Pea type of energy. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse as well. She also, this is what's coming up, she doesn't work well with others. I am acutely aware that there's stuff about their tax returns to do. And I'm going to schedule a special live for their tax stuff and their finances this week. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while, but I know it's in the news, so we'll have another look at it this week in a live stream. They have so many fingers in so many pots. There is a project that she is not working well with others with here. She's not working well with others at all. And it's not going to work well. It really isn't going to work well at all. Everything's... Look at these cards, man. Oish. The World and the Wheel of Fortune are both about changes and turning and big endings and beginnings. And the Wheel of Fortune is your luck moving on. Now, Megxie, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, what is surrounded by her is what she seems to think, and what I believe is true as well, is a lot of bad luck. She's generated her own karmic cycle here. So she's got this energy that really sticks onto her, and she can't break out of it because she's never true to herself and she's never genuine to herself. So she keeps confronting the same problem dressed up as something else. So She doesn't get the recognition she wants from the royal family, allegedly. That's what she said in her 2019 South African interview. And then Harry said it in Spare as well. And then they said it in Oprah. But now they're not getting recognition from Hollywood, and they're not getting recognition from the public, and they're not getting recognition. So everything is the same problem, and it's repackaged, and that's because she's not true to herself. There is a big ending, and there is some chaos going on with the world in reverse. It's almost like she wants to back out of something quite swiftly there as well. What she's hoping for is the Nine of Wands in reverse, and we have the Prince of Cups in the upright there. I feel like with regarding the puff pieces, with the Three of Pentacles, I know I've went and started talking about the finances, but with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like we're going to get some tidbits and blaming other people and other parties about why things don't work in the press. We are also going to get her influencer days. Now, the Prince of Cups in reverse, in the upright, I think it's the only upright in this spread apart from the Devil. The Prince of Cups in the upright for Megxie, it means she's going on some kind of big charm offensive. She's going to try and love bomb. It's very influencer, the Prince of Cups. The Nine of Wands is in reverse as well here, and this is what she wants to do. She wants to get across boundaries. She wants to knock through the over-in window that she feels she's in the center of at the minute, and she wants to make it more expansive and move it away from her being negative and put her in a place where things are more positive for her. That is not going to happen with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the World in reverse. That energy around her, this is directly energy right around her, and the Devil above the situation. This energy is stuck. It is sticking. It is stuck. We are going to get more puff pieces. We are going to get puff pieces about how she works. We're also going to get a lot of puff pieces building up to some kind of more like an influencer type of vibe. Let's have a look at Harry and all of this. It's never positive, is it? It's never... Let's have a look. Let's see. Wow, that's exactly the same card as we started with Megxie. The Five of Pentacles in reverse for Harry as well. They are wanting back into something. With Harry, he wants back into relevance. He wants back into security. He wants back into notability. He wants those accords. He wants people to say, oh, he's like a bro prince, but he's a prince. Oh. They are putting things out there like they're noticing Harry's got this kind of new American twang to his accent, you know? The Magician is crossing over in reverse. Two things with this card, two major things with this card. We know that they have dabbled in the occult, especially more Harry of late. The Magician can be that there is some dark workings going on against other people's free will. It's also really not being able to get your stuff together, get your act together, get your thoughts together, bring all the tools that are out in front of you, and you have everything accessible to you. You just can't get it together. The King of Wands is above in reverse, and the Knight of Wands is underneath in reverse. Megxie's very defensive. Megxie's giving him a difficult time. The Knight of Wands in reverse is a very angry, very frustrated fire sign. We've got Megxie as a Leo, so she would be a fire sign, but she's coming over more hostile. She's coming over more berating. This is really driving her. And the King of Wands in reverse, again, it can relate to a fire sign, but there is also an energy here where Harry is actively hostile. He's feeling very angry. Both of them are quite angry around each other and in each other's company at the minute. But Harry, this anger will be redirected towards the press, redirected towards people who are supporting him, people who are around him in the press. He's quite, there is some hostility coming. The Ten of Swords is in reverse, and that is leaving the situation. I'm not laughing because it's the Ten of Swords. I'm laughing because it's another reversal. The Ten of Swords is in reverse, so he feels like somebody has stabbed him in the front, and he has betrayed somebody and stabbed them in the front as well. And that's leading up to all of these puff pieces. I can't remember everything that's happened. There's been a lot this last week. There's the Five of Swords in reverse. Interesting that we have the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords here. I feel like with the puff pieces, I feel like they knew this stuff about them not producing a bill, producing their tax return correctly came out. Because here we've got details. Now, I did predict earlier this year that there was issues with details, and they've had repeated issues with details this year, and it's been coming and coming, and then the details card comes out for me yet again, and here we have it. So I feel like we are going to be getting some deflection, and we are going to get something from them deflecting away from their tax returns and details and smoothing, people not working together, and it's never their fault, and people look over the details. So that could be a puff piece that is actually going to come out. How's Harry's mental state? Five of Wands. So he's... And the Lovers is in reverse, okay. The Five of Wands is in reverse. This is a very faux, annoyed, stirred up on purpose, performative outrage, getting people to performatively be outraged for him. He's a little whirling dervish. He might just be sitting and arguing and going round and round in his own head, having arguments with people who aren't even there. People who knows that, but it's weird. I get the impression like he's sitting going, well, William said this. Like, it's almost like he's talking to William without William being in the room, or talking to His Majesty without His Majesty being in the room, or talking, you know, and they're not passed on. They're only a phone call away, but he's having these kind of conversations with himself and thinking how things would pan out. The Lovers is in reverse there as well, and that Lovers in reverse, to me, right, okay, two things with the Lovers in reverse. Well, three things actually. Let me be real. It could be a Gemini. You've got a big Gemini landing on you guys in the United States in January, and he's revving up now. You have the president-elect Donald Trump as a Gemini, so you might be concerned about that. There is clearly, before we got to the Lovers in reverse, there are clearly issues in their relationship. There's issues with cohesiveness, and they are both really not in a great state. I think you can see this by looking at the cards. The Lovers in reverse, though, that is just it's not healing as well. He's not healed. He doesn't feel healed. He's never in a place where he can get comfortable, where he can feel like he's making progress. He keeps having these kind of like, oh, my mother wound, my childhood, or oh, I wasn't given a sausage, my necklace was broke. So he's taken back to all these petty grievances. And when people focus on petty grievances, I often think that you've never really, especially somebody who's got a silver spoon in his mouth, born with all of these privileges, and you're focusing on petty grievances, it just makes me think, well, you've had everything, and you don't respect or feel thankful for the stuff you have. You feel more entitled, you know. Okay, let's see what he wants out of all of this. Eight of Swords. He wants to move forward. Okay, that makes sense. And he's just going to get more angry. He's going to get more angry. There's going to be some outbursts. There is going to be some outbursts. The Page of Wands in reverse, that is like some toddlery kind of creative-y, snappy outbursts. It could well be in an interview. It won't necessarily be a puff piece. But we have got the King of Wands in reverse above. Now, there are a few people that could be, and they are all in the media. It's a very media energy, but it's also a fire sign energy. So there's lots of Leos and lots of Aries. And off the top of my head, You've got Joe Rogan, who Harry has beef with, and you've got Piers Morgan, who Harry has beef with, and they are both fire sign men. That Page of Wands is in reverse as well, and he's still going to be stumped and angry, and things aren't going to go his way. I feel like they are trying to kind of get everything together and get everything cohesive. The problem with the brand is it's so all over the place. They're philanthropists, they're jam makers, they're polo players, they're veterans. It's just like there is no one solid thing. Like Victoria Beckham, all you think is, well, she used to be a Spice Girl, but now she does fashion and fashionable stuff. It's all look based. With David Beckham, it's like, yeah, he does some perfumes and stuff, and aftershave, sorry, but he's still a football person, you know. And their brands are very clear. Like Kim Kardashian, she's an influencer, but she doesn't pretend to be like a humanitarian. I mean, she's worked with law projects and things like that, but she her core, everyone can identify. For Meghan and Harry, their core is they absolutely shitted all over the royal family. Let's have a look and see where... Oh, there's the devil in that one. I'll put you back in because you were the wrong way up. And I wasn't ready to pull yet. So let's just have a look and see how their brand is going. What is the energy of their current brand? And I mean like making all of those things I've just mentioned cohesive. Ooh, they all wanted to jump out there. Like, no, don't make me do this. I don't want to read this. The LARPer. That's it. They're pretending. Everyone knows they're pretending. They just thought they'd turn up and say, I'm an influencer now. Do you know when you give the, like, you know, like a younger kid and they film videos and they're putting makeup on and they're like, oh my God, I'm Kylie Jenner, or I'm whoever it is popular on TikTok. I don't know. I don't really go on TikTok, but like that kind of energy. It's the oh look at me. It's play acting. It's dressing up as your favorite character from a film, and pretend, and then we're like, oh yeah, I am this character. Everyone knows you're not. You know, everyone knows you're just having fun. Everyone knows you're just playing at it. You're there for a fancy dress party. You're at a comic convention. You're just doing it for fun. But these two are taking themselves ever so seriously. But what they're doing isn't genuine. Because they're not true to themselves. They're too fidgety. That whole brand energy is all over the place. It spins, it spins, it spins. It's not a solid thing. It's one of these. They were all the rage at one point, weren't they? Fidget spinners. Now it's just a novelty that's passed. You might chuck one into a Christmas stocking or something, or you can buy them in the pound shop or Dollar Tree or for a couple of quid on Amazon or whatever, or eBay. It's not the big craze it was. It's really not. So that is a good thing. When you're talking about brands, it's... What's the last one? Let me do one more. With the calm in reverse. There's the microdoser. Yeah. They'd be only fooling themselves. They're in cohesion with the brands, with how they do things. They went from mea culpa, oh, this is our story and our time to tell it, and then wrote a book on that. And then they've went to do repackaged Nelson Mandela's thing, and then they've got this meet me at the lake thing, and then they're doing veteran stuff. It's just all over the place. Nobody can get it does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. They're going to cause themselves added stress, added problems, added everything, because they are not seeing it for what it is. They are seeing an artificial thing caused by people blowing smoke up their bums that are around them, themselves blowing smoke up their bums, because they're narcissists, both of them are. Yeah, Harry might be a vulnerable one, or I'm not sure what they call it, but he's a narcissist. Meghan is a low grade narc or whatever, but yeah, they will never be happy. While this is going on, they need to have a complete reset if they want to make it work. We're going to pull some more cards, actually. What does Meghan think of her brand and her puff pieces? Because that's all the puff pieces are. It's trying to reset their public image when you think about it. What does Meghan think of it? She thinks she's crushing it. She thinks she's owning it. She thinks, now it's basically, this is Cupid getting stomped on by some monster. It's in reverse though, so she's deluded. She thinks the Cupid love wins. So she thinks keeping going with the very breathy live, laugh, love stuff is gonna get her somewhere. Live, laugh, love in beige, you know? She thinks it's gonna get her somewhere. She thinks people will make it notice that she's genuine. The taser and the Bitcoin. The taser is her tactics towards stuff is she releases things at short notice because she wants to get in the headlines and she wants to get her name out there. So her need for attention is driving her brand. Unfortunately, people don't trust the brand. I know there's a lot of stuff about Bitcoin at the minute. It's growing and growing, but right at the minute, if you ask the normal person in the street and say Bitcoin, you'll be like, is that just like a pyramid scheme? Is that a scam? Nobody really understands it. And I feel like a lot of people from the outside with Bitcoin, people just like kind of like, what is that? What does that mean? What it's about? And to be honest, I really don't know either. I don't know. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but do I read on it? Do I understand it? No. But she wants to come out and she wants to stun. Let's have a look at what Harry's wanting to do with his brand. And then I shall leave you for the night. I'm surprised that didn't come out with Megsy. He is talking out of his bottom. He's just saying whatever comes into his mind. He is just saying whatever comes into his head. He's just full of it. Absolutely full of it. You don't need me to elaborate on this card. The troll. He's reactive as well. Megsy wants to stun everyone and get everyone's attention, stop everyone in his tracks. He wants to make sure that everybody, especially the people who are critical about him online, he wants them to know that he's doing well. Damn you, people who are critical on him, Reddit and Facebook and X and YouTube. How dare you? How dare you? He must have been in the Daily Mail comment section at some point. Woo! Because that's always a wild ride. Page 6 comment section is quite good as well. Not as good as the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail is savage. So yeah. Chasing money, chasing dreams. It's all about money, guys. It's all about money for them. Massively about money. He's running out of money. I know they say they had a lot of money from Penguin Books or whatever it is, and Grifflix and all of that stuff, but it's not just about that. This is running around after money. This is trying to capture money. This is trying to grab money and bring money in. It's not, they're not as wealthy as they are. I wonder if Megsy's going to I wonder if this is a sign, a warning, if she's going to jump in on the, I mean, come on. I mean, she could jump in on the Bitcoin grift, Meg coins, beige coin, beige stock. And Harry's just chasing it. Neither of them are consistent with this. And they're coming at it from a very personal, unanalytical thing. Now, I'm no super duper businesswoman now, nor do I want to be. But I would imagine if you wanted to do a global brand, you would have to be a bit more consistent and more, you know, a bit more Jeff Bezos than whatever hell this is. I mean, I don't know what this is. It's a mess. It really is. They just don't know what they want to be. They just don't want to know what they want to be. One of the things I want to say with both of them, I don't think they're very creative people, and that's no slight on them or anything. The problem is with them is though they've got their egos and their narcissism makes them believe that they are very creative people, but they're actually not. That's why Meghan thought she was an actress. That's why Harry thinks he's a bro dude now. It's just not going to happen, is it? Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this reading and give you some insight into how they are working with all of their puff pieces and how they are getting on with their business and their planning and their marketing and their strategy. I thought it was a bit different. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your Monday. I will see you tomorrow for some more readings. I don't know when I'm going to do the live stream. It'll either be Tuesday, Wednesday, so keep a lookout for that. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody. Take care now.